Hello and welcome everybody for another video in this series which will help new people, new players on AltislifeXL to get started, to make some money and also to enjoy life on the server as much as possible. So today, after our first video which introduced us to the world of salt processing and the whole salt market, as well as introducing us to the famous salt baron ASR Ghostfire, I'm going to show you something slightly different and slightly easier. Today I will be showing you the very basic of all jobs you guys will be able to find on the server AltislifeXL. So to start off, we are going to start by picking apples. Now, in contrast to last time's video, apples are a bit different in the fact that no processing is required and that journey times are in general so much shorter, and hence the circuit and the time taken to start making this money is obviously less. Just like salt, you will be needing a fairly large backpack. The bigger the backpack, guys, remember, the more apples you will fit and the more money you will make. So yeah, I prepared this car already and off we head to the apple fields. Now I suggest you guys spawn in Pygros if you're doing either apples or peaches, because both fields are fairly close to the city. As you can see, it's about 1.3, maybe 1.5 kilometers away. Other cities like Sofia, for example, do not have peach and apple fields, and to be honest, when it comes to new players, this is an advantage. Sofia in particular is relatively renowned to be a rebel stronghold. Now, you find different kinds of rebels obviously on different kinds of servers. However, in Sofia, on our server, in general, the rebels do tend to be friendly. Just like, for example, ASR Ghostfire, who we met yesterday and in our previous video. However, obviously not all rebels will be as friendly as him. So we are now on our way to the apple field. We are, as you can see, almost there. We're 300 meters out. The type of vehicle you choose doesn't really matter. Obviously, the bigger the trunk, the more apples you can collect and the more money you'll make. However, as a starter, as a newbie, as new people on the server are known, you probably are better off choosing a hatchback or maybe an off-road. This will allow you, obviously, to collect about 40 apples, to store 40 apples in the trunk for a relatively cheap price. In general, I prefer renting out a hatchback when I'm doing apples or when I'm doing peaches, rather than buying it, because it really only costs, I believe, 9k to rent, while it costs about 16 to buy. And if you're on a tight budget, like you will obviously be in the start of your life on AltislifeXL, you have to try to save as much money as possible and also try to spend less and less every day, to be honest. The first day on the server is probably the one during which you will have to spend the most money. You have to buy a driving license, you have to buy a backpack, you might decide to buy some clothes or maybe a weapon. do. Alright, that's all for today. I will see you in my next video. Make sure to check us out on AltislifeXL.co.uk. Also, join our server for some fun times together, and also feature possibly in future videos, which we will be surely doing to help newbies like you guys out and starting out on the server. Alright guys, until next time, I'll see you around.